Our guest today has starred in over 35 feature films. Usual Suspects, Miller's Crossing, Stigmata, and so on, in addition to writing too. His producing credits include the Academy Award nominated In the Name of the Father. It is, of course, Gabriel Byrne, who came in to our studio here to talk about his new movie, which is called Dance First, all about the life of Samuel Beckett. You'll hear my conversation with him after this clip from the movie.
They want the rights.
Yes.
Good. We'll do a separate deal with the BBC for the translation. You must keep writing in French, Sam. We get paid twice. Please, tell me you did not offer him a translation.
I'm delighted to say Gabriel Byrne has joined us, but we've just given him a coffee, which is not quite good enough, I think. Let's be honest, Gabriel. Here.
A very demanding guest. No, when I'm in Europe, when I'm in Ireland or England, I drink tea. I can't drink tea in the States. Tea is...
They don't know how to make it, really.
They really don't. They'll give you lukewarm water because the temperature of the water can't be a certain degree because they're afraid of being sued after that case where the woman spilled the McDonald's coffee on herself and sued McDonald's. It's lukewarm water. And then it's always Lipton's or PG Tips.
On the side,
on a saucer.
No.
And no matter what you do with that tea bag in that lukewarm water, and then they always say to you, do you want half and half with that? And you just say, well, there's no point in getting into this because if you don't know that PG Tips and Lipton's, no offense to people who drink them, but that is the only kind of tea you can get there. Or they'll sometimes say, you say, do you have tea? And they'll say, yeah, we have jasmine tea, green tea, barley tea, or whatever. And would you like some oat milk with that? And you think, no, that's not what I'm... Anyway, we didn't mean to get off on that rant.
No, that's right. But we've served you a coffee that looks like, as you said, looks like half a Guinness.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very nice to meet you, Gabriel. Thank you very much,
Simon.
Steve, for coming in. And I could tell as we were riffing there about tea and coffee that your friends at Sky were getting very nervous that we weren't going to promote your film at all. But actually we will, because Dance First is Gabriel's new movie. I thought it was terrific. I realised as soon as it started that I know so little about Samuel Beckett that it was a delight from start to finish. Tell us how you got involved with this, Gabriel.
Well, it's an interesting point that you make. I mean, I think that most people don't know a great deal about Samuel Beckett. He was a very reclusive man, and valued his privacy more than most people, because he wanted the work to speak for itself, and he didn't want any kind of personality contamination in the work. But paradoxically, he created this mysterious, iconic persona that people became kind of fascinated by. And the less they knew about him, the more they wanted to know. But there was very little. There was anecdotal kind of episodes where people come back and say, yeah, that guy met Beckett in Paris and he had a coffee with him and so forth. But little was known of him. And he was the first one, I think, deliberately or not, to build up the idea of mystery as a brand. And the next time I kind of saw that in action was with early De Niro, where he wouldn't give any interviews whatsoever, and he built up this kind of mystique about himself as, you know, he would talk in character but not as himself. So the film is an attempt not to do a literary biography where an impersonation, because I think when you do impersonations in films, you leave yourself very vulnerable to a closer examination. People say, "Oh yeah, he looks like him in that job, but he didn't look like him there." And that's not the way he spoke. But you become the target of all kinds of irrelevant examinations of the physical self. So what this film is not an impersonation. It's an attempt to fill in the humanity of the man behind the myth. And he could not have been the writer that he is had he not been a deeply empathetic human being who had great virtues and great failings, and suffered a great deal of self-doubt and shame and regret, and essentially was an unhappy man, but lived a brave life through his own unhappiness. So Beckett, as you say, you didn't know very. Nobody does, and what we've done is we've taken an almost surreal approach to it, so that you hopefully get the spirit of the man behind the work.
Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. While you're here, check out all the other videos because they're cool too, aren't they?
Yeah, and if you want to keep up to date with everything Kermode and Mayo's take, then check out our social channels.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I would. I have done.
Excellent.